What is going on, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. I am so excited for today because I'm finally announcing my glute program. So I'm going to be announcing the release date, the challenge that I'm running, what's included, what you're getting, everything like that a little bit later in the video, but I also wanted to include a glute and hamstring workout that I did, so that's going to be next. I actually did a voiceover over that for you, so I wanted to include kind of why I was doing certain exercises, discuss a little bit about form, talk about how I engage my glutes during those exercises, just kind of take you through the workout because I felt like it would be super helpful. So if you just want to skip to the glute program portion of the video, just skip to this time right here, and that's it. So enjoy the workout. I always usually start my leg days with hamstring curls. Now this essentially wakes up the hamstrings. We spend day to day sitting for prolonged periods of times. Those hamstrings are always so tight. So this is essentially crucial in a leg day to make sure that the proper muscles are turned on. We're really working those hamstrings and those glutes and make sure that those quads don't take over the exercises. So I usually like to do this for pretty high reps just to make sure I'm getting my blood flowing, turning on those hamstrings, and making sure I'm nice and warmed up before I get into any big movements. So make sure you have a flat foot as you're curling up. From these, I go into banded abductions. Now again, I'm just waking up those glutes, making sure that they're turned on before I get into any big compound movements. This activation is crucial in doing your leg and glute day because it prevents your quads from taking over the exercise, and it really just ensures that those glutes are actually working. Now first I started off with a sumo deadlift. It's been a while since I did this exercise, so I kind of wanted to go light and just focus on my glute engagement. But here I am flexing with my lats as I pull up the exercise, so I'm resetting at the bottom. So this workout, I really want to just slow it down, focus on my glute engagement, and really just make that mind-muscle connection with my muscles. So I'm making sure that I'm squeezing my glutes at the top to make sure that they're really engaged. And again, like I said, flexing with my lats. And you're going to see in a second on this next set, I'm not resetting at the bottom. I'm just tapping the bottom and coming back up. So making sure I push through those heels as I am pulling that weight. And this set, if you see here, I don't reset at the bottom. I was kind of playing with it a little bit to see if I felt it a little bit more in my glutes without kind of releasing at the bottom. So you'll see I just tap the bottom and come up. I actually like doing it better this way. Going back and forth between the two, I find that I actually feel it more in my glutes through the entire exercise as opposed to them kind of just releasing at the bottom when I hit on to the ground with the weight. So I kept these, pretty moderate rep, about 12 reps I was doing for these. Next is a hip thrust with a banded hip abduction. So during this exercise, you're going to thrust up, squeeze those glutes, and then abduct with your knees with the band. So I did about 12 of these, and I really made sure I squeezed the top. You also want to make sure that you have 90 degrees of the knees. That is honestly crucial in doing this exercise because if your toes aren't directly under your knees, then your quads begin to take over the movement. So it's really important that you have correct feet placement right below those knees as you're doing the exercise to make sure that your glutes are properly firing. You want to slowly lower down, squeeze the top, and make sure that you do not go too fast and do not compromise your range of motion when you're doing the exercise. So I supersetted these with, again, banded hip abductions. So I just have a slight elevation in my body. I'm just abducting that band outwards to the sides and making sure that I have a nice squeeze. Again, pushing through those heels. Then from this, I'm going to be standing up and I'm doing just banded step backs. Again, these really hit those glutes. I love supersetting movements like hip thrusts with banded work just to make sure that the blood is staying in those glutes, keeping a nice pump through the entire workout. So I definitely like that exercise. Next, we're doing a hyperextension, making sure that I'm squeezing through those hamstrings. I like to curve my spine, meaning I tuck my chin forward to make sure that I'm using my hamstrings and my glutes rather than that lower back. Because if you were to arc your head forward, then you would engage that lower back, which we don't want for this exercise. This is hamstrings and glutes only. I then supersetted this with Roman deadlifts on actually the Shrug Machine, and I really like this. It ensured that I was staying straight the entire time and kept my back flat, which I really liked. I definitely will be trying it again on this machine in the future. I liked how it just kept my body in one position and kept that neutral spine. Then I finished off with just some abductions, nice and slow through those heels, pushing into that glute, making sure you get a nice squeeze. Don't rush it. Make sure you're getting a nice squeeze through those glutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that workout. Now finally on to my glute program. So I ran a poll on my Instagram in about early October asking you guys if you wanted a beginner's program, a full body program, kind of asking you what you wanted. And I had everybody, I think it was like 80% said they just wanted a body part program. So I said, what better body part than the glutes? Now the glutes have been a struggle area for me for a while. I couldn't get them properly activated. I didn't know why they weren't growing, why I wasn't seeing any progress, but I finally figured them out. And that is why I'm putting out this program. So it's an 8-week total body hypertrophy or muscle growth program with emphasis on the glutes. So you're going to be building muscle through your whole entire body during these 8 weeks, but just more so emphasis on glute growth. So in this program, I'm revealing basically my secrets and what made my glutes finally start to respond, and how I'm keeping them stimulated and how I'm keeping them growing, and why I feel like you will see progress in your glutes through the program. You all know that my intention is to help you. My intention is to educate you and make you succeed in any way possible. So with that being said, on top of the program that you'll be following workout-wise, the program also includes education on nutrition fundamentals, education on macros, what they are, frequently asked questions about nutrition regarding, supplements, tracking. Any questions I've ever received, honestly, are on there. Education on training fundamentals, which explains certain things that you will need to know in following this program. For example, what are sets, reps, progressive overload, stimulation, things like that. If you're a newer lifter, it's crucial that you understand what those things are. So I made sure that I included that for you in the program. There's also frequently asked questions regarding cardio, regarding losing fat, building muscle at the same time, things like that. Again, all questions I've received before, I wanted to throw those in there for you. I break down the glutes. I explain what makes them grow, why they're difficult to target, and my secrets to how I actually finally got them stimulated. You're going to have video demos linked next to every single exercise through the program to my video demos page on Instagram. So I wanted to make sure that you understand every single exercise that you're going to be doing and making it clear exactly what that exercise looks like. Then at the end of the program, I also explain how you can repeat it. So with regards to training fundamentals and terms that I discuss in the program, you're going to understand how you're able to then repeat the program and still see progress. So that's really what's included in the program. That's what you're going to be getting in purchasing just the program. But I also did a poll on my Instagram asking if you guys wanted a challenge aspect to it. Asking if it would help you stay motivated, help you complete the program, everything like that, because we all know that we need that little kick in the butt sometimes. So I think it was like 98% of you on the poll said that you wanted a challenge aspect. So what did I do? We're creating a challenge. So this challenge is going to be a little bit different than typical challenges you may have seen or done before. I wanted to make it different. So be prizes throughout the challenge, rewarding you for motivation, dedication, and effort through the program. I'm very excited that this transformation isn't going to be weight loss. This program is about empowering women to get into the gym, get stronger, lift those weights, build that muscle, screw the scale, things like that. And it's not a weight loss transformation. Again, it's transformation. So I'm going to remain a little bit vague about that. The program will be sold at $40 to challengers only, and it will be open to enroll and purchase on my website. starting January 18th, 2018 to the 21st of this month. So that's just a couple of days for you to enroll and purchase the program. Prizes, communication with me 24/7, and a community full of strong-ass, amazing women who empower each other and are just freaking awesome. Now, if you are wanting a macronutrient consultation, I just request that you let me know and purchase before 11:59 on the 20th. And that's just so I can get your macronutrients to you and your macronutrient recommendations, tips, things like that to you before our start date. And our start date for the program will be on the 22nd of this month. So that's a Monday. Now the program will be emailed to you at the day of purchase. So again, between that 18th to the 21st window is when you'll receive the program. If you didn't want to participate in the challenge, the program is going to be released to you at a little bit later. The program is going to be released to you. Okay, so now challengers only, again, the program is open to you ahead of time. And for non-challengers who just want to complete the program on their own, and the program will be up on my website thereafter. Okay, so I'm so excited to get this started for you guys. I can't wait to follow along with you through this 8-week challenge. Now for the challengers. You're going to be sent information also on what being a challenger entails. Again, since there is a reward for most check-ins, check-ins aren't mandatory. I'm going to be here to help you stay accountable, and so is that Facebook group, but you're going to check in at your will, essentially. The check-ins aren't mandatory. They're just going to be once weekly, and that's going to be every single Monday. You're going to check in with me with progress photos, a little update, things like that that I'll send to you and let you know what would be required if you do want to check in. But again, check-ins are not mandatory. They're just kind of up to you to utilize them as you will. If you want the check-ins to help you stay motivated, that's fine. If you don't feel like checking in, that's fine too. I can't wait to get started with all of you and see all of your progress through these 8 weeks, getting to work with you guys, motivate all of you, and just grow as a community. I'm so looking forward to it. And I appreciate all of you so much and your support, and I just can't wait to keep this community growing and learn off of one another. I'm very excited. Everything's going to be reiterated in the description box, and there's going to be more information about it on my website as well. So all of the information will be there, and that's it, guys. So thank you again for clicking on the video, and I cannot wait to get started.